Hey everyone, it's Dan here, back to explore more on the Jay Slater case. And today we're going to take a closer look of that heartbreaking case of Jay Slater. He was just 22 years old when he went missing in Tenerife, and his body was eventually found in what we were told was in a ravine under circumstances shrouded in mystery. To this day, we still don't know, was it an accident, foul play, or something more sinister. In this video, we'll explore 6 compelling theories which might have happened, and we need your insights as well. Be sure to like, share, and comment. Do join in the conversation as we seek justice to uncover the truth in the Jay Slater case. Looking at the case from the beginning, Jay Slater was a 22-year-old young man. His whole life was ahead of him. He went on a holiday in Tenerife, but his body was tragically found in a remote ravine. Now, authorities to this day and loved ones are still searching for answers about what led to this untimely death. So let's dive in and search 6 theories about what might have happened to Jay Slater. Let's explore the first theory, and that Jay's death was a tragic accident. Could he have slipped and maybe fallen into that ravine while exploring the rugged terrain? We all know Tenerife is known for its breathtaking and dangerous landscapes, and a single misstep could lead to disaster. But that theory has been explored deeply in the past, and we know for certain that Jay Slater was never there. So why put that into the public domain? Was it just a distraction, or was it there to just send people off on a wild goose chase in the wrong direction, in the hope that it gets covered up all the way? It's certainly worth exploring. These have been said in the past, and much has been said about Jay Slater, his family, his friends, and the rest. But to date, nothing has been proven. Everybody has an opinion, everybody has a theory, but the theory that he slipped and fell into a ravine doesn't hold any water. The next theory is foul play. It's a possibility, of course. Could Jay have been the victim maybe of an assault or a targeted attack? Perhaps there was an altercation, or he crossed paths with the wrong people during his time on the island. This theory has raised questions about who might have been involved. Well, let's look at this. This is all about drugs. Always has been, always will be. Jay Slater's only crime was that he was naive to fall, to get hooked into being a drug mule. And that is where everything began to unravel. Now, did he lose that bag of drugs inside in the nightclub? Nobody seems to know. And add to this, the footage from the nightclub and outside the nightclub and near the nightclub has mysteriously disappeared. Draw your own conclusions from that, but I think it's it's safe to say that people just wanted this story killed, and they would do anything to do it. Now, looking at all that, let's explore another theory. The third theory is that Jay may have been a victim of a robbery gone wrong. Now, we all know about Tenerife, that it attracts many tourists, and unfortunately incidents of theft, violence aren't unheard of. Could somebody have targeted Jay, leading to his death? This is always going to be a possibility, but on the outset, Jay Slater was in that nightclub. He was seen, and there was obviously an altercation that happened after. It all depends what happened after the nightclub, because so many theories have been explored, but no concrete evidence exists. For instance, did something happen on the beach? Was he taken in a boat? Was he wounded or injured? Some have suggested his organs might have been taken. All these things are worth exploring, and they have been said in the past. But again, no concrete evidence of what happened to Jay Slater exists. We still don't know. We've been fed a tissue of lies by the Spanish media. We've been fed a tissue of lies by the broadcasting media, both print, radio, and television. And they're quick to follow the party line. So all these things needs to be looked at. Another theory, looking at the whole scheme of things, is would it be something to do with substance? Was Jay's death connected to substances, mainly drugs? A theory suggests that he might have unknowingly consumed something dangerous or have been under the influence, leading to disorientation and a fatal fall. Was this a tragic case of bad luck, or could someone else have been involved? That's the theory that has been put out there by practically everyone. And if you keep saying something, people will believe it. But is it true? That is the million-dollar question. And this theory has been chucked out there, and people are ready and willing and able to believe it. But nobody buys it. So let's see where that leads. Currently, it leads nowhere. By the way, if you've got any thoughts, do let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a text and drop us a comment. And indeed, if there's information you'd like to share with us confidentially, please do so. Here's an email address. We'll never quote you. And we'd love to know what you think. Another theory worth exposing is that all this was a cover-up. There is substance to this, because we can't ignore the possibility of a cover-up. Were there individuals or entities involved, and had they a reason for keeping the truth hidden? From mistaken identity to more sinister motives, these theories raise many chilling possibilities about what really happened to Jay. Well, number one, we know for a fact that so many criminal cartels are involved, and some are involved with Jay Slater's friends. These are the same people that are trying to kill this case and have poured over €1 million to try and get this case killed in any shape or form. People have been paid off from the police, the Spanish police, and also to people higher up the chain, just to kill this case off, because they have been telling us off the record and now on the record that Jay Slaters of this world are insignificant. The British police don't want to touch this case because they have been warned that there's bigger fish to fry, and they say that the Jay Slaters of this world are just another notch in a chain of drug dealers who need to be put behind bars sooner rather than later. And those drug dealers are based in Morocco, they're based in Ireland, they've got controlling interests, they have got the FBI on their case, and now they're using places like Dubai, that was such a safe haven for them in the past. It's not a safe haven anymore. So that means one or two things: they will be charged sooner rather than later, because their options of running from Dubai are very slim. They can of course go to Russia, but I don't think anybody wants to run there right now. Or indeed, why not North Korea? I don't think anybody wants to go there either. So those are the options, but this is what's coming down the tracks, and this is why it is so hard for the Jay Slater case to be solved. Also, it doesn't help the fact that the family of Jay Slater are not shouting off the rooftops that their son deserves justice, and he should, and he will, by a lot of people, even if their family is not going to go for it. One more thing we should mention. We want to know, what do you think happened to Jay Slater? Was it an accident? Is there more to the mystery than meets the eye? We want you to share your theories and comments, and let's start the conversation about the tragic case. Much has been said, but there's lots more to say. This case needs to be solved. The Jay Slaters of this world need justice, and the only way they're going to get justice is for people to come forward and confess to what really happened, not these load of lies that everybody has been fed to date. And justice will prevail in the end. Now, all these things take time. It is not a marathon, it is not a sprint, but they do take time. It is easy to get disheartened. So I urge everyone to continue the pursuit for justice for Jay Slater. And remember, together we can keep the memory and victims like Jay Slater alive and push for what really matters: justice for Jay Slater and prison for the thugs who did this awful crime to him. I'm Dan. If you want to get in touch, use our email address. You can use it confidentially. You can leave us a comment here to further the conversation as well. That's it for now. We'll talk again soon for more on our pursuit of justice for Jay Slater.